also wanted to mention a big organ in your body that's really important for keeping you healthy and everything running at top function, and that is your liver. Liver support is really important. The detoxification process in your body goes through two different organs. One is the kidneys and one is the liver. So I'm not going to really talk about kidneys today, but the liver, that's what detoxifies any medications, any invaders, anything that comes in that can get broken apart and taken apart. Your liver does all that work. So you really want to support the function of your liver. One of the best things you can do for liver and kidneys is drinking lots and lots of good water. Okay, so if you have a water filter, if you have a purifier or whatever, just get lots of good quality water in your system. Drink more water than anything else you drink. Okay, foods that support the liver. Beets. Now I can probably see some of you going, beets, but really love beets. Okay, roasted beets, sliced raw beets, pickled beets, beet juice. You want to know what beet juice I do? Go to this blog post on ajourneytowholeness.com and I describe what I put in my beet juice. It's delicious. Even the kids fight for it, but I have to have some for myself too. Other foods that support the liver. Grapefruit. So if you like grapefruit, it's a good one. Berries. So, like blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. Those are good and they're lower carb than some of the sweeter fruits like bananas and pineapple. Dark, leafy, and bitter greens. Okay, not iceberg lettuce, not so good. The darker, the more colored, and the more bitter the greens, the better the benefit to you and your liver. And some of you really like to hear this: a cup of tea, coffee, actually a good thing. Okay, so my preference though is if you're going to do teas and coffee, do them organic. Because if not, you're steeping the chemicals plus the tea or coffee, in your water and then you're drinking them. So organic if you can manage. Another thing to benefit the immune system: go outside. Get out there. I saw some people walking behind the camera on the street. I've seen more people than ever walking because nobody is going anywhere. So getting out, filling those lungs with fresh air. If you're having trouble with allergies, it's a tough time. At least down here in Georgia, it's a tough time. So do what you can. Just even if it's a couple minutes, get out there and walk around. Being outside in the air is so beneficial for you. Another thing, stay connected. It is really a challenge to feel close when you can't see anybody. You feel like you're kind of stuck in the house, but you don't have to be isolated. You just have to be in your home. So stay connected. Use social media, call people, video chat, use Zoom, do whatever it is that you can so that you can actually see people's faces. It changes your perspective. You don't feel so alone anymore. Okay. It's not the same thing as seeing people in person, but it can be managed. So that's a good one. The supplements. Okay, here we go. I only have a couple to show you because I don't think a whole lot of supplements are necessary. But for immunity, big deal is your colon, keeping your bowels regular, letting things be eliminated the way they need to be. This one is organic psyllium fiber. This is the same basic ingredient that's in Metamucil. Quick tip, do not put this in a glass of water and walk away. It will turn into goo, into gel. And it's great when that happens in your colon, not so great in the glass. It's gross. So it doesn't have any flavor. It just has a little texture to it. It's kind of just these little fiber particles floating around in the water. I just chug a lug, one glass a day, boom, done. And it's like a broom. It just kind of sweeps things out of the colon. And the more you can keep things moving, get the waste out, the body doesn't have to work as hard with all of that waste in. So waste is better out. Okay, so psyllium fiber, preferably organic. Probiotics. I like probiotics. I think probiotics are a good thing as far as supplementing what you're already doing. You cannot supplement your way out of a poor diet, but keeping the gut healthy, keeping good bacteria, and it helps with digestion, it helps with elimination, it helps with all kinds of things, but it keeps you in a good balance, and it keeps the immune ability of the gut up. So this is, try to make sure you can see this. This is the probiotic that I'm using. Now, I'm not sponsored or anything. I just like this one. And why do I like it? I like it because I've used multiple of this brand products. I like their the way they do things. They're independently certified, and that particular one is a regimen that I'll remember. If I have to take something more than once a day, I'm probably going to forget it more than I'm going to remember it. So pick a probiotic that you can remember how to take. Get something that has a nice blend of bacteria. Check out that blog post again for the details. I've written down the names of the bacteria and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Then I have the one that I'm using for my kiddos. You can see that. Same brand. Again, they like them. They taste sweet. They're not really, they're not sick or anything, and they're not sickly, but I think that's a good booster for them. Another thing you can add is a turmeric supplement. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory, and that's good, but make sure if you buy a turmeric supplement, I'm actually not taking one right now. I have turmeric I'm adding to food. You can add it to, of course, curry type or Indian dishes, and you can hide it in things like a hot chocolate. I'm doing a sugar-free hot chocolate where I'm using monk fruit and dark cocoa and all that kind of stuff, but I'll probably stick a little turmeric in it because you won't really taste it if you don't use too much. And so I'd rather eat the turmeric. But the key is when you get a turmeric supplement or you're cooking with it, is use black pepper also. The black pepper helps absorption of the turmeric and helps it to work better. So those are all things that we do, and I do regularly to keep my immunity up. Exercise, I also mentioned inversions with yoga. I have one of those yoga trapezes in my house, and I, from time to time, will hang upside down in them. You can do inversions very easily, though. You don't have to have an apparatus or do anything. You don't have to be on your head. You don't have to do shoulder stands. All you need to do is put your feet up a wall. So lay down, get your feet up, let your feet be up there for a while, wiggle your toes around, just kind of move your legs up and down, shake them and all that kind of stuff, and just stay upside down for a couple minutes. And that is helpful also. So there's probably many other things I'm skipping over, thymus tapping and all that sort of thing. But for now, that's a nice, good basic start for things I do regularly to help boost immunity. If anybody has a cold or anything, I did write a blog post on how I treat a cold. Some of this is in there, and then there's some extra things in there too if anybody needs that kind of support right now.